Hello fixers, today we are going to do a demonstration of uppotting for you. It's that time of year when you've started cuttings probably over the winter. They're growing, they've gotten to an appropriate size, and it is time for you to put them into a new home, which would be a larger pot. I start mine in 4x9 tree pots, and I wind up first time uppotting into a 5-gallon trade bucket, then I go to a 7, and then I go up into a 10-gallon bucket. No too much rocket science to this, except you don't want to damage and disturb the roots. The most important thing you can probably do is give as little change as possible to the fig plant as you put it into a pot. So I'm going to show you a technique to put it into the pot and uppot it that, in my opinion, disturbs the roots the least. So I've got two examples for you. We'll do one today. The reason I have two is one's a seedling and it's a nice straight tree, so that when I put it into the pot, it'll be straight up. But when you're doing cuttings, this is a cutting from this winter. You can see the cuttings here and the bud on the side started. So the tree would be crooked if I put it into the pot straight like this. So if I were potting this one today, I'm not going to be doing this one. I'm going to put it into the pot at an angle like this, with the original cutting beneath the soil line, so that when the tree grows, I'm going to have a perfectly straight tree. And on subsequent uppottings, I could center that into the center of the pot. So first potting doesn't really have to be in the center, but we want to get them nice and straight. So let's work on our seedling, and I'll show you how to get it into the pot without disturbing the roots. So we'll put a little bit of soil into the bottom. We don't want a naked bottom of the pot. This is a mixture that I make that's about 1/3 part Pro-Mix peat and about 2/3 parts pine bark fines. And in that I've got some fertilizer and then some ironite and some pH increaser as well, some lime. That's all mixed in well, ready to go. I always keep a wheelbarrow ready for when I'm doing this kind of thing. But what I'll do is I'll put the tree where I want it in the pot, and I'm going to fill the pot with soil while the tree is still in the tree pot. And what this is going to do is it's going to create a hole which is exactly the size that our root ball is going to be, so that when I then remove the tree from the tree pot, it will go fit perfectly into the hole that's being created. So I've filled this up nicely. What I can do now is shake it down. I'll tap it down a little bit to firm it up. That's where it's going to be. And now I'll remove the tree and tree pot from the soil. And I've got a perfect hole waiting to go. That's exactly the size of my tree pot. So here I can invert and remove my rooted cutting. You can see I've got a nice root ball here, and it'll go right in to the hole perfectly. No disturbing of the roots whatsoever. And I'll just fill it up the rest of the way. It's enough soil. I will tap it down. I'll give it a good watering, and we're ready to go. That's all there is to it, and that is how you could minimize root shock when you're uppotting cuttings. So thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you next time, and happy figging.